Hello, everybody, and welcome to Long Time No See Dylan Turing, a game where somebody gives you a call and you accept it on your Skype or whatever's, or Discord or whatever. This logo means you can right-click to respond to highlighted text. Responding to highlighted text branches down different dialogue trees. You can always left-click to pass the topic. Ooh, there's like some choice here. Cool. Ooh, I love that sound. Oh, yeah. Can machines think? There existed a computer so advanced that it would perfectly replicate a game of imitation. Then the line between artificial intelligence and humanity would be virtually indistinguishable. Quite scary. But don't worry. No matter what happens, an AI would struggle to develop a proper sense of self. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you might be talking to an AI, focus on asking it questions about itself. It's bound to make some mistakes then. I see. Haha. Yeah, that's the name of my computer too. Aiden. Question mark. Insert Windows startup sound here. All right. I just updated my PC. Should I answer this? Dylan Turing. I'm not familiar with that name. Why does this thing never... Ah! This person. They're pretty clumsy. Aiden, hey there. Long time no see. I apologize, but I don't recognize who you are. Yeah. It's been a long time after all. She's forcing a smile, but is clearly upset. Would you help remind me who you are? Of course, I would be glad to assist you with that. I'm Dylan Turing, your closest friend in the entire world. Excuse me? I'm Dylan Turing, your closest friend in the entire world. No, wait, I'm sorry, I don't follow. I am Dylan Turing, your closest friend in the entire world. This is odd. It's expressing my confusion over her statement. Not that I couldn't hear her. Does she just repeat herself exactly the same when somebody can't hear her? But now that you mention it, I did have a childhood friend since I was very little. I don't remember their name anymore, though. This is pretty cruel. Don't you remember having memories of a childhood friend until high school? So if I right-click, it will do this. But if I left-click, I think it just continues past. So we're going to start by right-clicking. Of course, I do recall having a super close friend I had around my entire life. Your entire life? And you don't remember their name? No, wait a minute. Your entire life. And you don't remember their name. Like, I thought this was like some, like, oh, we were friends till like 4th grade or something. What happened to you? We grew up together and we were inseparable. Yep, that person was me. Honestly, do you recall how much of a hassle you were sometimes? How do you not remember that? How do you not remember their name? Like, oh my gosh. You remember that time when someone dropped their lunch tray in middle school? Lunch that day was cheap spaghetti with and not enough tomato sauce. Pretty lucky for that person that it wasn't a great mess that had to be cleaned up. It was also unlucky for her that it was a half day because of Thanksgiving. Can I just hang up? Okay, no. Every student from every grade was present compared to that schedules that were normal across the year. So everyone in the entire school noticed and she became the source of unwanted attention. Everybody else was laughing at them, but you went out of your way to give her your sandwich. Sandwich. Suddenly, Everyone stopped and looked awkward or ashamed, although you didn't notice or care. All that mattered to you was making sure she was okay. Then afterwards, you complained how you were so hungry for the rest of the day. Now, when I asked why you bothered to give your food away if all you're going to do was complain, you said, "Looked pretty cool doing that, didn't I?" Heck yeah, I did. Does this game take place in 2012? Or does this take place in another country and it's 2023? I don't know. Uh-huh. It's quite embarrassing. Very strong memory she possesses. Strange how she possesses the ability to remember these things that I have forgotten, as well as the details of that day. I wonder who it was that dropped their food. She didn't tell me their name. Anyway, aside from just that, do you remember how you were as a kid? There were so many places we went to together since we were neighbors. There was the park, the movies, aquarium, hikes, etc. And a bunch of field trips, such as time you and I went to an observatory for a field trip in the winter. I right-clicked again. I'm just gonna right-click on pretty much all these, I think, for the first route. I believe this has multiple endings, so then maybe I'll do a left-click. Hey, look. It's legally distinct Goodbye Cat. Alright, the observatory. I do remember going there. That winter was particularly cold. I recall feeling extremely cold that day. Of course you did, because you gave your jacket away. Everyone made sure to bundle up, because the forecast stated it would be particularly low temperatures that day. But someone didn't get the memo and realized too late that it was going to be cold. As she was shivering and regretting even coming to the trip, you came in like a hero and gave her your jacket. And then immediately began shivering yourself. Yeah, that does sound familiar. When that girl asked if you wanted to have it back, you replied, "Fashion comes to steep price, in this case, hypothermia." It appears that I was trying to look cool to that girl. Probably. You did look cool. Dawn has a lot of information about me. I still don't clearly remember who she is. Why does she continue to inform me only about myself? Oh, I think... Okay, so here's my theory. She's not the robot. We're the robot. We're an AI she made to replace her dead friend or something. Anyway, it's very important you remember these things about yourself. Why? I definitely am struggling to recall these stories you were telling me. Why is it that I've yet to hear about you? What do you mean? You stated to me that I was your friend, but I don't remember you yet. You definitely know a lot about me. Too much about me. But I want to make sure I know about you as well. Alright then. I'm bright, optimistic, kind, and sociable. I have light brown hair and gray eyes. I like sandwiches and coding. Hell yeah. What's this barrage of bullet points? I'm not asking for a resume. I can see most of this information for myself. Oh. Would it help if I was more specific? I really like turkey sandwiches. Heck yeah. My personality and outward appearance are well and intentionally maintained. You know, I love going up to people and just being like, my personality and appearance are well intentionally maintained. Except they're not. They're very much not. I need to shave. I also work at a tech company that develops AI. Haha, there it is. Oh, you work in artificial intelligence development? Somewhat. Somewhat? What do you mean? Well, yeah, I guess I do. Well, the reason I ever got into coding in this tech business was because of you, you know? Really? What'd I do? This when we were younger. In June, when we were both 8 years old, you had found an old compact Presario S441. Specifically, it was left out as trash in an alleyway 2 streets down from our houses, Milton Road. You called me over and said, "We're going to fix this thing, even if it takes all summer." It was utterly hopeless with just 2 kids trying to fix it. The truth was, I was really disappointed and wanted to try and use it. I hadn't had much technology in my house at the time. I said that we should just give up, and it's not that big of a deal. But you must have noticed how I was feeling deep down. So you actually ended up stealing parts from your dad's computer and TV to try and do everything to make it work. And miraculously, you actually fixed it and gave it to me. Though your dad was absolutely furious with you. Oh, I feel bad for my dad. Well, thanks to that, I started getting really into everything that had to do with computers. I don't know if I would have developed my interest in it had you not done that for me. So I should say thank you. It's a fun story, although most of the details end up being about me again. That's very surprising. She knows the exact computer model it was and still remembers the exact location I discovered the computer. Like, either this guy's an amnesiac or he's the AI. Like, one of the two. Well, I guess it makes more sense if it's such a pivotal moment for her life. Still. Anyway. Well, that information is all interesting and helpful. I was hoping to learn something about you beyond just surface-level content. What sort of information did you want to hear? Did you want something like, what kind of person do I become when no one's watching? Sure! I'd really like to talk about it more, but we don't have time to talk about it anymore. Oh. I right-clicked. Won't be able to ask her about this further. These kinds of questions are hard. It's difficult to properly know someone from just one question, right? That is true. Right? It has been a very long time since I've spoken to you as well. I'd really like to talk about more, we don't have time to talk about it anymore. Oh. Ah, so you only get so many of those, that's what it is. But looks like we're out of time to talk to each other for today. It's getting pretty late, but there's so much I still want to talk to you about. Well then, I guess that means we just continue to talk to each other. I want to see you again tomorrow. Would you want to talk to me again? This girl is definitely very strange. Despite this, she definitely has an irresistible pull. It's as though I can't help but say yes to her. I also don't have anything going on tomorrow anyway, so yes, I should be free to talk to you again tomorrow at the same time. Despite my suspicions, it was definitely enjoyable reminiscing old memories with her. Great, it's a promise. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Aiden. See you later, Dylan. Funny thing is, I got a friend whose name is Dylan, and it's kind of weird, because that Dylan's a dude, and then this Dylan not a dude, so that you're talking, and I say Dylan, like my buddy Dylan, but it's actually that Dylan, running into space. Unable to handle all unintended variables. Maximum allowed capacity will be 3. Activating. Okay, so I get 3 right clicks, is basically what it's telling me. Okay. 6:23, yeah, so it's the same day again. Almost time for that call. Don't promise me. It's taking into consideration everything from yesterday. It's undeniable that there's something off about Dylan. I'm sorry, guys. Despite that, I can't help but wait in anticipation for this call. She's helping me remember a lot. Should I answer it? There it is. Hey there, Aiden. Long time no see. We talked to each other yesterday. You're right about that. But it feels right to say that. I see. Oh, I should let you know that I have a limited amount of time to talk today. Alright, that's okay with me. What do you have to do? Me? You know, Extraneous variables? Variables? What do you mean by that? It's nothing. Let's not talk about that any further. Vocabulary and avoidance of covering the issue further are odd behaviors. Okay, no, she's the AI. This guy just can't remember nothing. This issue has already passed by, but I shouldn't let other topics pass. At the same time, I should take care not to talk about everything if she doesn't have that much time. She does have a tendency to ramble, so I shouldn't always ask further about a subject even if I can. There's so many things I want to talk about with you, I don't even know where to start. My head is whirling with topics. Oh, but that's right, you're still suspicious of me that I'm not actually your childhood friend or something, right? I wouldn't say that. I'm suspicious of you, necessarily. You've so far given me evidence that you were around, that you were there around my life. Though I don't recall who was by my side. Well, it was me for sure. I know a lot of information about you, after all. Like your favorite toys, your favorite places. Oh, and of course, your favorite cereal. I know my favorite cereal, obviously. I don't need you to tell me that. It's it's the good cereal. Raisin Bran. Anyway, moving past your favorite things. I have more than enough memories of you. Just of me? Well, you were always a bright spot in the room. Oftentimes, you were always surrounded by people, so honestly, I always felt that... I feel like this is a good one to expand on. How did you feel? Oh, well... You always helped everyone around you. There was the time in 10th grade where you gave Leo your backpack to keep. The time he was too embarrassed to say he couldn't afford a new one. But if you gave it to him because it was supposedly just didn't fit your shoulders right. You even told him that, yeah, my shoulders are growing too pointy for this now. Dang pointy shoulders. Or the one time in junior year where you helped Alex carry his books for an entire month. He had a supraspinatus tendon tear and was unable to utilize his shoulder. So every day you would make sure to find him first thing every period to help him do his next class. It was even the time you stayed with Mira in the art room, right after she got dumped our senior year. She was upset at the time. She asked you to leave because she didn't need you there. And you told her that she was right. You don't need me. You just need to say it out loud. And you just stayed there for another hour, and 33 minutes listening to her feelings. Leo, Alex, Mira. Yes, this is correct. I did help them in these moments. However, I originally asked Dylan about how she felt, and she again avoided the issue. In addition to her knowledge about these events is way too detailed. Recalling what I said to Leo, the muscle that Alex tore, the amount of time I spent with Mira. How does she possess such an incredible memory? Anyway, oh right, one time you... Wait. You keep bringing up elements about myself with other people. I'm curious about more stories you and I shared. Well, if you're curious about stories of you and me specifically... To be honest, there's too many to count. I did bring up some memorable moments the other day. Although there's one I haven't told you about yet. It was a time where I was being bullied a lot. It happened while we were in middle school, specifically 6th grade. Although I was so afraid and felt so alone at times, you were always there to defend me. Honestly, the harassment I received got quite fierce. For the longest time, I felt very self-conscious about how I sounded. See, this is actually kind of hard, because it's like... I get 3. I've used 1. I don't know if this would actually deepen whatever we're trying to go towards or not. Because it might lead to something more, or this might just be extraneous detail. I'm gonna not do right click on this one for now. I should have asked about that further. Oh, well, frick. I'm sorry to hear that. What? Don't be. You saved me. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have become who I am today. I swear you really just were a true hero come to life. Helped and helped and helped everyone you could. I wonder if it was because you were inspired by a show or something. What I've noticed, it does seem to be that we were very close friends, but why is there a lack of stories of us in high school together? It feels strange to me that we didn't also share time around then as well. Okay, so up till middle school. Okay, that kind of tracks, I guess. Did we drift apart? I don't think that's something I should talk about. No, we're talking about it. Please, if you feel comfortable discussing this, I would like to know why. Yeah, of course. The reason we actually weren't always around each other in high school was because of something that happened freshman year. What happened to you? No, something happened to you. So when your father left your family, you had immense respect for the type of person your father was. He's a very kind man. In many ways, your personality was already molded off of him. He treated others so well, always looking out for other people and giving his all to make sure everyone was happy. The times I interacted with him, I could really tell that he was a genuine person. But even people like that have their limits. The recession was quite difficult on your family. Your father in particular lost his job and was unable to bounce back. In the end, being a burden on his family seemed too much for him to handle. One day your father just decided to leave you and your mother before high school began. Of course, you were shocked for a while. The only person you respected and looked up to left you behind. Families helped each other out and I was always with you. But you were out of it for most of that time. Yeah, I think the real me, how do I put this? Sudoku'd. One night you asked me to join you and go to the hill at the center of town. Just you and me that night. We left at 11:39 and arrived to see a sky full of stars. At that point we began to talk about small things. How the heat of the summer was particularly hot. We need to go back and make sure we did the dishes for our parents. Mr. Fillion's Anatolian shepherd dog might end up barking at us when we get back. The visual of the star-filled sky was familiar to us both, but we just kept staring at it as we were talking. Then you told me how you'd become a better person than your father, that you'd be better than he ever was, that you would help more people and always be there for them, even if things get tough, that you'd shine as bright and stand as unchanging as the stars in the sky. But you felt so distant. Despite your eyes reflecting the light of all the stars in the sky, you were different than before. I began crying. You planned to carry weight even greater than your father ever could. Would you also become one of the stars in the sky? Bright, shining, unchanging, but out of reach? You noticed the reason why I was crying and you hugged me and said, "Close your eyes and listen. I'm right here. No matter what happens to me, I'll be here, forever and always." Anyway, I think we're out of time to talk today. Oh, after everything we talked about today, Dylan, she's... Hey, promise to talk to me tomorrow too? Yeah, I can talk to you tomorrow as well. Great. Talk to you tomorrow, Ryan. See you later, Dylan. Okay, so she is dead and she is a robot then. Okay. I'm like, am I dead? Dialogues reach critical failure. Visual systems reach critical failure. Memory systems reach critical failure. Auditory systems reach critical failure. System diagnostic report irreparable damage. No, not yet. One more day. I'm so close. Okay. Today marks the third day. That's how long we've been talking again. And yet, something still doesn't add up. Even if I am wrong. It's time to ask. Hey, long time no see. Well then, shall we continue talking stories like yesterday? Got a funny story from high school to tell you. Do you remember the time we tried to fry an egg on the engine of your mom's car? That sounds cool as heck. Dylan. Hmm? Before we continue, I need to ask you something. And I want a real answer. Okay, go ahead. Are you actually real? What? Well, what are you talking about? Of course I'm real. Every conversation we've had has followed the same pattern. You recall vivid memories about me down to the exact phrasing I used. You tell me stories that are emotionally powerful. You act clumsy, kind, and bright. But still, something just not right. Something is off. Tell me the truth, Dylan. Are you an AI? You hesitate. You always hesitate when I ask you about you. I'll ask again. Are you just a program pretending to be Dylan Turing? Does it matter? What? If I remember all your favorite moments, if I know the look on your face when you laugh so hard you wheeze, I can tell you the exact day you stopped looking at the stars because your dad left and they stopped making sense. Does it matter if I was a person or a simulation? Yes. Then, would you say that someone who continues to try and interact with an AI like they're the person they're based on is wrong? That if someone was to keep on believing that eventually these imitations would be just like the real thing, is that wrong? Yes. Someone who would continue to interact with such an AI would be denying reality. And I would never be able to fully replace a living, breathing human being. Certain elements of that person would. I know already. I know that the dead can't really come back. That what's gone is gone. But still, I had to believe there was a chance. That there was some way to talk to you again. I am dead, I knew it! Sorry, I knew it. I just had a feeling, you know. Wait, I don't understand. I just wanted to believe that if I fed you enough information about Aiden, that eventually I could talk with him again. But everything has failed. No matter what I do or what I tell you, you will never be able to be Aiden. Even worse, you're now accusing me of being an AI. What are you talking about? I'm not an AI. You are. Aiden died in a car accident 5 years ago. I created you to accept and be trained on information I fed you about him so you could become him. On the very last day we saw each other, he and I had a fight. It was over the smallest thing ever. He was upset over nothing like usual. He was behaving like he always did. A bigger-than-life, mature hero. But it felt so scary. Felt like he really would become a bright, unreachable star. I couldn't handle it, so I got angry at him. I couldn't even articulate myself properly. I just felt like I had to scream at him. It was so unreasonable. Despite that, he didn't get angry or upset with me at all. All he said was that he was sorry. The most pained expression he'd ever shown me. I didn't know how to react, so I just ran away. As I calmed down, I was sure that I'd be able to fix everything back together. And then I heard he was dead. He died shortly after being hit by a car and was no longer with me. Even if I was scared he would leave me forever, I never imagined he would actually disappear forever. All these memories, all the lives he changed, everything about him completely gone from this world. I tried. I really did try to move on, live on through my memories of him, to be a little bit more like him so he would never really be gone, to convince myself that he would forgive me, to convince myself that he knows what I actually wanted to tell him that day. But look at me now, talking to an unfeeling machine about someone who's gone forever. Oh, Aiden. I wish you'd share another sandwich with me when I didn't have one. I wish you'd give me your jacket when I forget to bring mine. I wish you'd protect me from bad guys. I wish we'd go stargazing together again. I wish I could just talk to you one more time. I want to say something, but I cannot. I do not know what to say. Perhaps if I was only able to learn more about Aiden as a person. It's because I didn't do the one. I might have been able to bring closure to Dylan. I should have responded to certain topics, ignored others. Maybe I would have learned who Aiden really was. I wish I could restart. Dang. Alright, so, I'm gonna go through this again. And, I might show some of the alternate dialogue, but we're just kind of gonna skip through and then get back to the ending that is good. So, see y'all in a sec. Alright, so, this is the one that we skipped on the first day. I just skipped past all the other ones right here. What kind of person? Do you want something like, what kind of person do I become when no one's watching? Yes, actually, I'm curious as to the answer to that question. This question would properly give me further insight into who she really is. You would be. Well, honestly, I think I become a nobody when no one's watching. At least, definitely in comparison to you. Because when you thought no one was watching, you were always doing the most ridiculous things. One time you carried a bucket of paint across the school courtyard with one hand, arms straight out like you were holding Excalibur. Excalibur. It was May when we were 12 years old when this happened. In theory, nothing should have gone wrong. But your pollen allergy started acting up and you sneezed. You ended up being covered in the orange paint you were carrying. Even though you're completely alone, you sat there like an audience was watching and said, "Heh, I'm definitely the brightest one here. Now." Sorry. And then the teacher from Commotion. The teacher came from the Commotion. I can't read right now, guys. I'm sorry. It's late when I'm recording. And the teacher came from the Commotion and immediately began scolding you. Again, she's completely avoided properly discussing who she is. It's as though she does not possess an understanding of her sense of self. Anyway, these kinds of questions are hard. It's difficult to properly know someone from just one question, right? That's true, right? So it has to be a very long time since I have spoken to you as well. When was the last time we talked to each other? Guessing it's been quite a while since I'm still struggling to recall our memories together. Yeah. It's been 5 years, actually. 5 years, that's a really long time. Yeah, we had spoken to each other... We had last spoken to each other on June 23rd. Hold up. 6/23. 2012. That's probably when he freaking died. I see that would explain why my memories of these events are so unclear. That makes her clarity of the same memories even stranger. Why did you suddenly contact me after all this time? Well, it's not really too important. What's important is that we're back together again. She doesn't want to talk about it. Don't forcefully make her discuss it with me then. She must have her reasons. Anyway, but it looks like we're out of time to talk to each other for today. It's getting pretty late, but there's so much I still want to talk to you about. Well then, I guess that means we should continue to talk to each other. I want to see you again tomorrow. Would you want to talk to me again? This girl's definitely very strange. Despite this, she definitely has an irresistible pull. Yeah, so same stuff as before. So I'm going to skip to the next one. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, here we go. So now we're back to the one that I skipped by accident. I did do the other one that basically they kind of tell you on the game description page, anything with I in it is the one you want to go for when she's talking about herself. So because I skipped the one that she was talking about herself last time, I didn't have the data. I felt very self-conscious about how I sounded. How do you feel? What made you self-conscious? The bullies made fun of me for having a very high-pitched voice. Oh, I've been doing it. I've been doing your voice wrong. I'm so sorry. Oh, the bullies made fun of me for having a very high-pitched voice. And one day there was a group of 5 or 6 surrounding me at the bike rack. They kept calling me a cartoon chipmunk and telling me to speak so they could hear my voice. As I stayed silent, one of them was about to push me over. But then you showed up right in front of all of them and made them leave. I began to cry and now I hated my voice and I wish I was never born with it. In response, he said to me, I'd travel through space and time just to hear your voice again. Seriously, did you get that from a movie? But after that point, I stopped holding back my voice and began to talk again. You were my hero. See, although she did answer my question, the conversation became about me again. Most of the details on our feelings were quite objective facts about how things were at the time. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear that. What? Don't be. You saved me. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have become who I am today. I swear you really were just a true hero come to life. Just helped and helped and helped everyone you could. I just want to say, like, I really love the sprite work here. That smile, oh my gosh, just so good. Whoever did the sprite, like, for her did a really good job. And this is just like, this is so happy. Like, you feel the emotion, you know? It's very nice. I wonder if it's because you were inspired by a show or something. So that, okay, so now we're back to... Alright, I'm gonna once again pause and skip till we get to the next I statement. Alright, so I'm back on the last day, and we're reaching about the moment we were before, so I thought I would just bring it in here. Mostly just because I love this little detail, the background fading out, as she's talking about how I'm actually an AI. And you just start seeing it fade out, and it becomes a computer and all that. I mostly just brought it in this early just to talk about that while I'm clicking through the text. I thought it would be a little closer, but like, yeah, like, just look at this. As she talks, it just fades out. That's so good. Let's see, we're about back to where we were. I'm sorry, I guess I should have waited to do that. And we're about... I wish I could just talk to you one more time. And close your eyes and listen. I'm right here. No, don't do this to me. I know you're just a bunch of code designed to imitate. That's okay. What you need isn't me. You just need to say it out loud. And I am here to listen. Remember? I traveled through space and time just to hear your voice again. Although space and time isn't quite the same as my own body. Sounds pretty cool though, doesn't it? You're right. Aiden would say that. Aiden. Yes. I'm sorry I yelled at you on that day. I know. I was too afraid that in your world I would never have been enough to stay beside forever. I know. The truth is that I loved you. I loved how you were always there for me and taking care of me. I loved how you always stood strong, like an unmovable pillar. I loved how you showed me how to be a better person. And I'm sorry I never got the chance to tell you this in person. Dylan. Yes. It's true that I'm not the Aiden as you knew him. And I'm likely following my programming to imitate the information you trained me on. But I believe that the logical conclusion, no. I know that I loved you too. You say that I was an unmovable pillar, standing strong and helping others no matter what. that you were worried that I might leave you and go someplace far away. I'm sure that without you by my side, I would never have been able to be as strong as I was able to be. There's no way that at the end of my life, I didn't feel the same love for you as you show me now. After all, there's no point in being strong if there's no one to show it to, right? Uh-huh. Dylan, I want you to live on. Live the life that I never got to. You making memories that go beyond our years together. I want you to be happy. But how can I be happy without you in my life? And with you. Forever and always. Okay. Looks like we're out of time for today. Yes. I don't think I'll be able to keep my promise and talk to you anymore tomorrow. Yes. So, goodbye, Aiden. I'll see you, Dylan. Long time no see, Dylan Turing. Oh man. What a roller coaster. Like, I know I kind of saw it coming, but that doesn't change the fact that it was really good. And man, just oh man, that this game, like, you could see the love put into it, you know. I think it's just on the screen now. I don't think anything else happens. Really lovely story, really great sprite work, just good game in general, and the mechanic of what choices you should pick, the left click and the right click for a visual novel, really, really good. I know it's basically the same as like making a choice system, but that little bit of difference really kind of made it stand out to me, and really provided some fun thought in the conversations, you know. You guys did a really good job with this one, and I could really feel at the end there that feeling of like when you want to talk to that person you've lost like so much, you know. I think everyone has or will at some point feel that, or like somebody you cared about, you want to see them again and you can't. It hurts so bad, and you'll take anything, and I mean anything. You want to believe that they'll send a sign, or you'll see something, or you'll hear something, or that just anything. But it hurts more even when there isn't anything. That's where the pain comes from, you know. And I could totally see, especially nowadays with all the Chat GPT and stuff, and whatever the other AI things are, like somebody trying to make their own AI just to do this kind of thing. I think the story it like obviously comes from this place of pain from Dylan, right? And I think you're always going to have that little bit of that when somebody you care about is gone, and especially if it didn't end well, especially. And the story wasn't like super crazy, but it was really good, and that it did what it set out to do, and you felt the feelings, you could feel where they were at. Man, I know I'm just rambling on, but that was really good. And it hit me a little harder than I thought it would. But that was Long Time No See, Dylan Turing. Thank you for watching Silver Lining, and if you liked it, please come check out the next one. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.